Hey you guys, happy Thursday. Hope you're having a good day so far. Super excited about today's video. Like I announced in my last video, we are doing a full face of Wet n Wild makeup. This is the makeup look we created using all Wet n Wild products, including their brand new Bloomin Collection, which includes a blush, a palette, a lip gloss, a setting mist. As well, they had a sponge and one other thing. I didn't get those two things, but I got the rest of it. So if you are interested in learning more about Wet n Wild, we have some of their other newer stuff as well. Just a bunch of new stuff to try out. Then keep on watching because we have a bunch of new collections. This is their brand new one. It just got launched at Five Below. So if you want to see if it's worth it or not, then keep on watching. All right, you guys, we're just going to jump right into it because we have a lot of products to go through. We have a full face of Wet n Wild makeup, which I'm so excited for because it's affordable, it's accessible. You can get it anywhere, Target, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, all these different places, which I love. And there's so many great products to choose from at an affordable price. You don't have to go out and buy high-end luxury makeup to, make yourself feel better. You're beautiful, first off. You are beautiful. But if you love makeup and like to play with makeup like I do, you don't have to spend tons and tons of money. So, super freaking excited. We have some older products, well, not older, but newer but older kind of thing. But we also, I'm so excited, I found these at Five Below. You can get these at Five Below. I haven't seen them anywhere else yet. I've looked in my Walgreens, CVS, they're not there. Wet n Wild Bloomin, their spring collection. Look at how beautiful the packaging is. Like, it is gorgeous with the flowers and stuff. And I also got this. They do have a sponge and another shade of lip gloss, and that was it, I think. Yeah, the sponge and the other lip gloss was the only other things. They were sold out of those. So I did get most of the collection. I just didn't get the sponge and the other lip gloss. So, but we're going to be playing with all these from the new collection. I cannot wait to try them with you guys. And then we also have some newer ones like this new palette. This came out right after the holidays, which I'm excited. And they also came out with their, I have 3 palettes, I know. Their Wet n Wild Color Icon. They're bigger, like their palettes like this. They do have like miniature sizes of these, but we have this as well. We have a lot to play with, so we're going to get going. And a lot of these are first impressions. I'll let you know if they're first impressions or not, but let's jump into this. So you guys know, if you've been watching my videos, that I love this stuff. I use this almost every video, unless I'm doing another brand. The Wet n Wild Photofocus Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water. I use this every time before I do my makeup, before I put my primer, because I never knew the importance of a primer water, and this one is just wonderful. Watch the mist. It's such a nice, fine mist. Yes, it smells like coconut. They have cucumber. They have rose as well, if you're not a big coconut fan. But it's not suffocatingly perfumed. It has a nice light coconut scent, and it smells really, really good. And it really is a nice fine mist to really give you that hydration. This is good for all skin types because it doesn't leave your skin greasy. The next one that is newer, but it's unfortunately I don't think it's available anymore. I'm so mad because I was going to do this video earlier on in the year. You'll know why. And it didn't happen because I was missing a few products. So this, but they have a similar one. They have a primer serum. This one is basically the same thing, but it was their Halloween edition. This is their pumpkin seed and vitamin C extract primer serum. So they do have an original primer serum, which looks just like this in a serum form with a dropper. It's just not going to be the pumpkin seed one. So I really like their original one, but let's give this one a try in case you want to try it for next year. It looks like there's gold little flecks in there. Let's see. This is what it looks like. Let's see. Very runny. And I'm just going to put a few drops to start with. And I'm going to rub it in my hands. This is going to be our primer, one of our primers for today. And I like primer serums as a first step right after my primer water because it really helps it dry. It helps hydrate my dry skin. This one is really, really nice so far. It immediately melted right into my skin. It gave me a nice glow. It has a slight scent, but it's nothing too crazy. It doesn't smell like pumpkin, which makes me sad, but it does give a nice dewy glow. It doesn't feel greasy, but it does feel a little bit tacky, which is good because if you want your foundation to stick, that's with that. So this is a first impression, so I will be using this, and I will do a final review when we do another Wet n Wild face. So that is that. There are other primers. They do have other ones. Can you tell I'm obsessed with Wet n Wild? They have their dewy one, which gives you a nice luminous glow. I'll show you that one really quick. I used to have an obsession with having a matte face, so I used to use their matte foundation. Wow, I can't talk today, Katie. Their matte primer all the time. And then they have their new one, which this is what I got when I was on vacation last year, the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer Base. I'm going to show them to you really quick just so you see the difference. This is the dewy version, and we're going to put that one on my face, so I'll show you. This one is the Impossible one. Now, this one is supposed to be silicone-free, but it looks silicone-y. It's very thick. It's that one right there in the middle. We'll see. Hold on, I'll show it to you guys. And then we have the matte one. This one, when you open it, be careful. It will, like, come out. And it's like a lotion consistency, which mattifies your face. So, it all depends what skin type you have, what makeup look you're going for. They're all about $4 or $5 wherever you go. So, they're really affordable and they're really good, depending on what you're looking for. Sorry, I just used a Q-tip to clean off my hand. But I am going to show you what the dewy one looks like. You don't need a lot of this. I accidentally put way too much on one time, and I looked like a Tin Man. But this is what we're going with. Let me get my hair out of the way. But these primers are so nice. If you want a luminous, radiant, dewy look, this is the way to go with this dewy primer from Wet n Wild. So good. Hydrating. Leaves your skin so nice. And there's not like heavy chunks of glitter to give you that luminosity. It's just like a nice radiance. Because I don't want chunks of glitter in my primers. I don't know. It just would look weird to me, you know. But sometimes, you know, everybody likes things different. So, but this is really, really good. For like $4, good to go. All right, so we're on to foundation. And I wanted to show you guys in case you're new. I'm sure you're not new to Wet n Wild, but they do have these foundations, the OGs, basically. They have their matte version. Now they have their dewy version, which I love this one. This one's like a medium, almost full coverage. It's not full coverage, but it's really, really nice. But I know I love these. So we're going to be playing with their newer Tinted Hydrators. So I'm super excited about this. This is their newer like foundation in a way. And it is a tinted skin veil with hyaluronic acid, squalane, and it's oil-free, and it has sheer to medium coverage. Now, if you guys know me, I'm usually a full coverage girl, but I want to try these things for you guys as well because not everybody wants full coverage. So we're going to play with these. I got 2 shades because I wasn't sure. I got light and I got fair. So we're going to put, these are first impressions. So we're just going to get in with it. We're going to try a brush and then we will try a sponge. So let's see what colors. This one is fair. Let's shake it up a little bit and see how light it is. I know it's pretty light, but they don't have a lot of shades, unfortunately. Please, Wet n Wild. More shades, please. This is fair. Okay. It's a little light, and this one is light. I think light will probably be better. I don't want to look like a ghost. And light. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to go, maybe if I mix the two of them. Let's see. I think I might mix the two of them. Yeah, let's do that. That way I'm not looking like a ghost and I'm not looking crazy tan because it's the winter time. So I am going to put a dollop. We're going to start with that much of that one and just a smidge of that one because I don't need it too much, but I want a little bit of not looking like a ghost. So I'm just going to grab a brush to start off with, and I'm just using a Japanese brush, and I'm just going to mix it on my hand at first. And we're going to go in and we're going to see how this goes. Now, I have rosacea, and that's why you see all this redness. Unfortunately, I deal with it, and that's why I love full coverage so much. And I like this Japanese brush because, as you can see, it is a flat brush with a little bit of an angle. You can really push the foundation, skin tint, whatever you have, into your skin. And it just kind of melds with the skin better and it's not sitting on top. So that's what I like to do, especially if you want more of a coverage. Just kind of pat your foundation and instead of swirling it, it really will help out with the coverage. But look at that. Do you guys see the difference? Holy magic. Are you serious? This is a skin veil tint. That is really beautiful coverage for a skin tint. That's why I stay away from skin tints because they don't give me enough coverage, but this is beautiful. Wow, I'm excited. Let's try it with a sponge just to see because I know a lot of people like to use sponges. So I am going to add a little bit more because it kind of like, I use a lot, you guys. You don't have to use as much foundation as me. But we're going to put a little bit like I did last time. Grab a beauty sponge. I'm just going to tap it like that. And we're going to get going. See if there's any difference in coverage. This feels so nice going onto the skin. The only thing I'm worried about is since it's so thin and liquidy, if it's going to set or not. But we will see. I've noticed sometimes skin pins, certain ones, not all of them, of course, they're so thin that they kind of smear around, just like the Kosas tinted oil that I had on, which we will be doing another review on that at some point. I did give you my second chance redemptions on that yesterday. But look at this. Sponge, brush. Really, there is no difference. They both look beautiful. Maybe with the brush a little bit, like tiniest amount more coverage. But this is gorgeous. I am really liking this. I'm going to finish blending this up and I'll be right back, you guys. All right, you guys, I am back. I finished blending it out. Look how beautiful and luminous this is. I just finished blending out a full face of the Tinted Hydrator. That's all that's on my face right now. It's so beautiful, but it doesn't feel greasy at all. It doesn't feel heavy. It's really nice and lightweight. It felt like water going on my face the whole time. And there is hyaluronic acid and squalane, and it's oil-free, which is really good for anybody that has acne or oily prone skin. This is really going to be good for you as well. And it is a sheer to medium buildable, which I agree it is. I definitely say a good medium coverage, and you can build it from a light to a medium very easily, and a luminous complexion, absolutely. And this goes for $5.99. So good. I am so excited about this. I'm going to do a wear test and definitely let you guys know what I think about it. But so far, I really like the coverage of this. For an everyday, when I don't have time to do a full face of makeup, this is going to be beautiful to even out that redness. Love this, you guys. So far, love. So let's go to the next one. I'm super excited. Concealer. We're going to go concealer next. And Wet n Wild has a bunch of different concealers. They have this one. I found this at the dollar store. I don't know if they have it. It's like a hit or miss. I found this like a couple times. This is their Come Correct Celebrity Concealer. This baby is thick, you guys. It's at the dollar store. It's very, very thick. It's hard to work with. It can crease, so I don't use this much anymore unless I have blemishes I want to cover up. So I'm not going to be using that today because I know it won't do good under my eyes. They have their concealer, their Photofocus concealer, which is actually pretty darn good. And I might show you this one on one side and the other on the other. But this is their original concealer. This one's pretty darn good. I don't like to use this under my eyes very much as well because it does crease a little bit. But I see a lot of other people that love, love, love this. So, pretty nice. But we've got to try their new Incognito. Their Incognito Concealers. These came out with the Tinted Hydrators. So they have their nice skin tint and they have a full coverage concealer, which I'm so excited, you know, full coverage gal here. So I got mine in the shade Fair and then light medium. So I'm super excited because I get a concealer for my blemishes and then I get one for under my eyes because I like a bright under eye. But do what you guys like to do. If you don't like it super bright, go as close to your skin tone as possible. So let's get started. We're going to see how these look. So we're going to try the light medium first, because this can also add some coverage. If this wasn't enough coverage for you, you can always add a little bit of concealer and blend it out. I might do that. So let's see what she looks like. Very creamy. And this one is so lightweight as well, like the skin tint. Oh my gosh. That's going to be nice coverage right there. It's so creamy, so silky smooth. And then we have, of course, the Fair one. I like the doe foot on. Ooh, yes. I like the doe foot. It is a thin paddle brush, which I like. It gets plenty of product on there for you, so you're not dipping back in every 2 seconds. And then let me show you the original Photofocus concealer. This one's in the shade Light Ivory. So let me show you. Now, this is a different doe foot. It's more of the original doe foot. It's not a bad concealer. It's not as creamy as this one, and it's not as full coverage. That's why I don't go for it as much. I like to use this for blemishes, but it's not a bad concealer at all. And I like this one. I like it to cover blemishes and stuff. So that's really, really good. But we're here for the new babies today. So these range for $4.99 depending where you go, which is a really good deal for concealer. We're going to get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to just dot it in a little bit of areas and kind of blend it out, because I want a little bit more coverage, but I don't want too much because I don't want to cake up that skin tint. But I want to show you how you can do this if you need a little bit more coverage. I put a lot under my neck. Don't worry. Now, this is supposed to be full coverage, so we're going to see how well, and it's supposed to be all day full coverage, anti-creasing. We're going to see. So I'm just going to take my brush. I'm not going to use my sponge right now because this will help me get the more coverage. And I'm just going to start tapping that around and spreading it out evenly. And I'm going to tap and not swirl. So good. So good. Look at that. Yes. See? Perfect. I mean, I would still wear that skin tint just the way it is because that coverage was beautiful. But I wanted to show you this. And there we go. So let's get into this under eye because I'm excited about this. Let's go in and see how this works. I'm going to start off with a little because I don't know how full coverage this is going to be. So I'm just going to literally do that. And I'll do that and we'll do one side. And I'll do that. Okay. Let's see how good this is. I'm excited. $4.99. Can't beat that. So I'm going to take my sponge. And we're going to start going at it. Very brightening. I love it. Of course, that's because I went with fair. But look at that. It's so lightweight. Like, you can barely feel it in your under eye, which is great. And I'm going to put a little bit more. Okay, let's try that and see if we can get a really full coverage. Because this is supposed to be full coverage. There we go. Yes, give me that coverage. Hey, as a mom, as I'm getting older, there's stuff I want to hide, okay? I don't want to see the baggage under my eyes anyway. So I just finished blending out the other side. Look at this base. Like, I am in love with this. Now, this is a full coverage. If you don't have to build it up like I did, you can definitely get a more medium coverage. But I really do like this concealer so far. It's very creamy, very lightweight. It blends out really easily. So far, so good. And for $4.99, you can't beat that. So I definitely will be doing, like, after wearing this for like a couple weeks, I will come back and I will definitely give you my final thoughts. But so far, this is really nice. For the price, you can't beat it. So we're going on to bronzer and blush because I like to do cream products next. And these are like OG cream bronzers. These are the Wet n Wild Megaglo Makeup Stick Contours. They have several different shades. I have Call Me Maple, and then they have these as well. This one's been loved. So this one is Beat Up. This is their dual-ended contour stick, and it is really nice. It has, I don't use this side, it's like a brighter up, but I use a lot of concealer. I don't need to brighten anything else up. And then they have the contour stick on the other side, which is really nice, a double-ended product. And then they have these as well, which I like these. They're more of like a bronzer style. This is more of like a contour. So whatever you want to go for, whatever suits you better. And these are, the bronzer sticks are about $4.49 wherever you go. So we're going to get going. Now, some people like to use a brush and then blend it in. Some people like to tap it on their hand like this and then blend it with the brush. Whatever you like to do. What I like to do is I like to get it on the skin. And you can always, I always start with a little bit and then I build my way up because it's easier to build up than to take away. And I'm just doing like that for now. I can always add more. This is really, really nice. I have these all the time. I always have them in my collection. They're so easy to use. They're very travel friendly. They're small and they're creamy and they blend out really easily. So I'm just going to use this brush right here. And this is just so nice. Look how easily this blends out. Like, so nice. And it gives you that sun-kissed glow. And they're so affordable. This is what I mean. Like, it's so affordable. How is it so affordable? I finished blending it out now. So this is what it looks like. I did a nice light bronze contour because I am going to go in with some powder. So next we're going to go in with blush. And it's pretty much the same concept. Now, I've tried these before. But to be honest, I've never tried their it is Wet n Wild, Katie, we know. Their Megaglo makeup blush sticks. Like, I've never, ever tried them, and I don't understand why I've never tried them. So, super excited. This one I have seen all over Instagram, so I had to pick this one up. This one is Peach Bums, and I've been really, I love peach blushes. They're so, so pretty, but let's see. And that's what it looks like. So pretty. Let's see. Ooh, has a shimmer to it. So if you don't like a shimmery blush, this might not be for you. But that is, you use this NYX brush. This is kind of, it was like a contour brush, but I use it because it hugs the apples on my cheeks for liquid and cream blushes. I think it's amazing. So what I'm going to do is with this one, I'm going to show you how I've seen it used this way. So I'm just going to get it, and then I'm going to pump it on my hand. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Get on my face. Look at that. Ooh. It's not like super bam pigmented in your face the minute like a Patrick Ta cream blush, but this is pretty. Gives you like this beautiful like light flush. Now let's just try it this way. I'm curious if we can get more of a payoff this way. I just see a lot of people doing it that way, so let's see. Let's try it out. Okay, so as you can see, you definitely can build up the pigment that way. See how there's much more, well not much more, but a little bit more pigment this way of the peach compared to this if I did it this way, just a little bit more. So next we're going to go set with some powder and we're going to move on. So I have tried this before. This is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Translucent Loose Powder. They have a new one and I couldn't find it. It was sold out. So I will try to find it and do another video on it. But this I have tried before and I did like it. I don't reach for it much anymore. This I will not put in my under eyes, especially with me being 33. I'm getting older. I have fine lines. As you can see, my eyes have these little baggies. So this will make your eyes look dry and crease, unfortunately. But it looks really nice on your face. So I don't reach for this much anymore, unfortunately, because of that reason. But otherwise, it is a decent powder, especially for the price. It's only $5.99. Look how much product you get. So it is finely milled, but not as finely as like the Kaja powder, the Kosas powder, stuff like that. It's not as finely milled as those. And they do have a powder brush, so I'm going to use this today. Woo, it's going to be a mess. It's going to tap a little bit, literally the tiniest amount, because I have dry skin, so I don't use a lot. And I'm literally going to work it into my brush like this. And I'm going to tap it off, and I'm just going to start lightly dabbing, barely putting any pressure on my skin. I just want to set my makeup so it doesn't move around. Like I said, this is a good setting powder for the face. Absolutely. Very affordable, very much, a lot of product for the price that you pay, but unfortunately not for the under eyes. That's all. That's all. We're going to go in with their new Wet n Wild Brow Sessive Brow Gel, and I got mine in clear. They do have it in other tints as well. And this, I believe, was like $2, $3. They do have a pencil as well, but it was like $1.99, and it's one of those pencils. I don't really care for the pencils, unfortunately, but if you're in a bind and you want to grab it, it's only like $2. So this is what it looks like, and let's see what, ooh, a little spoolie. I like that, and it goes on clear, supposedly, so let's give it a go. Like I said, I already filled in my brows. Wet n Wild does have brow products. They have a triangular one as well as a nice thin pointed brow pencil, but it's like a mechanical one, so you don't have to sharpen it, but they do have that one that's a little more affordable for $1.99, which is a pencil type. So I don't wear my brows super fluffy. I never got into that. So I like mine very angular. I know a lot of people don't like that, but everybody has their own preference. And so far, I am liking this. I don't know how the hold is going to be, but it does go on clear. It looks a little white in the beginning, but once you brush it through the brows, it goes clear. So I will definitely keep you guys updated for that. We hope it holds. So we're going to keep going because, like I said, I don't want this to be super long, even though it's already going to be. We're going to go on to bronzers. These are not new. These are OGs of Wet n Wild. I have 3 different ones. I use the Color Icon bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. I use the Color Icon in What Shady Beach, is a little bit darker to deepen up a little more. And then they have their contour palettes, which I got Dolce Leche. They have a darker version as well, but it comes with a highlighting powder to lighten things up if you want to do your under eyes, and they come with a contour shade. So whatever you guys prefer. As you can see, I love these. I hit pan. These are so, so good. For the price, it's insane how good these are. And I'm just using this big brush, and I just tap it in. tap it off, and I start gentle with this brush. It is a big brush. You can use whatever brush you like. I'll show you the other brush that I'm going to use, but for this light color, I like to just get it on there. And then with the darker colors, I'm more precise. See how it brought some warmth? That's why I like that one. I'm not as precise, but then when I go in with this one next, I do use 3 of them if I use them together. I know I'm crazy. You don't have to. You could only use 1 if you want. This is more of like a bronzer shade. It's not really contour to me. But I like this Sonia Kashid tapered powder brush because you could really be precise in where you want this. You can get it right under your jawline, and it just picks up the powder so nicely and blends it out. All 3 of these products, you guys, are amazing. I wouldn't recommend one over the other. But if you want more of a dual purpose product, this does have 2 in 1. But these will last such a long time, and they're so affordable. They're only like $4 or $5, so good. And you can find them everywhere. But see how it just brings that really pretty sun-kissed effect to your cheeks? So nice. It blends so easily. Okay, but all these are phenomenal. So good. So we're going to be trying some new products now. I'm so excited. We're going to be trying the brand new blush from their Bloomin Collection. This is the limited edition. It's not out forever. And it's in the shade Flower Power. Look how cute that packaging is. And then look how beautiful that is. So stinking pretty. So I'm just going to take a Real Techniques blush brush. And it does have sparkle in it. So if you like a matte blush, you might not... Whoa, pigments. Woo! Did you see that? And I'm barely putting any pressure at all. Like, pigments. Wow. I'm telling you, Wet n Wild kills it with their blushes, with their highlights. Wait till you see the highlight. If you have never tried a Wet n Wild highlight, you are missing out. And this is a beautiful color. They do have one, I think they have one other color. I might be mistaken. But in their regular blush shades, they have tons of different colors. But this one's limited edition, so I had to pick it up and show you guys. And you can find this at Five Below. I did see these at Five Below. Look how pretty. I love this so far. So we're not going to do the highlight. I always do my eyes before the highlight. I know I'm strange. But we're going to go in with some eyeshadows next. I cannot wait. We're going to try to do one from each so you guys can see. But I also have their primer. This is their Photofocus eyeshadow primer. It's not new. I've had this for a while. I used to use it all the time, and then I got other ones to try, and I use those more often. But it looks just like, so I'm just using a Real Techniques brush and putting a little bit on. And I'm just going to go on my eyes. A little goes a long way with this. You don't want to put too much or it will crease on you. This one has a slight tint, nothing crazy. It mostly goes on clear when it dries. So it's not going to cancel out major redness or veins, but it's not bad. It does have a little tint, so it will cover up some. I'm going to put a setting powder. I'm just going to use the one from here. You can always use products for other things. You don't have to use it what they tell you to use it. Believe me, you don't have to do that. So I'm just going to switch my brushes. So we're going to get started on this eye look. I'm going to try to make it super quick, but I want you guys to see. And I'm going to tap it off, and I'm just going to set the primer. I never used to set my primer, but I noticed that if I don't, shadows have a harder time kind of like adhering, and they just blend easier for me when I set it. You don't have to. It just depends on your preference. We're going to start off with this palette. We're going to start off with the brand new palette what you all guys want to see. We're going to start off with this beautiful like peachy shade right here. It's a very light peach. And I'm going to go in with their crease brush. This is a Wet n Wild fluffy crease brush. These are only usually like $1 to $2. They're so good. These last forever, you guys. Forever. Let me tell you, forever. You can wash them to death and they won't fall apart. So I'm just going to put this in my crease. Alright, it's not really showing up. Let's see. I'm going to push it in here. We're just going to do a nice simple look. We'll do a more intricate look with this at some points for like Valentine's Day or something. But I wanted to try these out. So pretty. The next one, what we're going to do, let's see. I'm going to go in with a little bit deeper. This one's in the Color Icon palettes. And we're going to go in with this shade right here. It's a little bit deeper than that one. So let's see how these do. This one has a little bit of fallout. I don't mind fallout as long as I get a good color payoff. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I'm just kind of swiveling my brush around. The shade in this one is super light. So this is a good transition shade. That's why I wanted to use it first. So this is perfect as a transition shade. I like that. So next what we're going to go into, since we got that down, is we're going to go into this color right here, this pretty color from the new palette. Let's see how that works. You know we're putting some shimmers on our lid, right? You know that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting, let me just make sure I got this where I wanted it. Yep. Okay, perfect. There we go. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more of a precise brush. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. crease brush. It looks just like this. I'm going to go tap it. I don't even want to ruin it. It has a pretty flower on it. Now this one doesn't have as much fallout, I see, as the other ones, but there is pigment. So I wish I had a mirror on these. It's the only thing, but that's okay. And I'm going to go with that in the crease. I'm going to gently bring it up. Ooh, look at that pinky. And I'm mixing the pink and the peach for a reason, because the glitter has some pink and peach in it. So I wanted to kind of match it up a little bit. This is nice. The pigment is actually really, really nice. Ooh, for $4 or $5, come on. Look at that. You can do so many looks, especially with this palette and this palette. You can do so many looks, and the prices of them are the small one. I know this one was $4 or $5. This one's about $6, I think, and this one was like $10. But for those prices, it's so, so good. Now what we're going to go into is we're going to go into this color right here. It's from the Always Blushin' palette. Is this one right here. And I'm going to take a, what's it called? A e.l.f. contour brush. It's very densely packed and rounded. And this really helps buff any colors that you want in there. So I'm going to take that color, and I'm just going to kind of get it into the outer V here and bring it up a little bit, making like a shadow effect. I like to do like these little outward shadow effects. I think it's really, really pretty. I'm gonna go in with this glittery shade right here. I can't help myself. It looks so stinking pretty, and it is a loose kind of glitter. So I'm just gonna go in and kind of tap it. Ooh, I might be able to use a brush with this one at least though, because it is like that. So let's see. Oh, look at how pretty it is. Whoa, it's getting everywhere though. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a deeper color. Like I said, we'll do a look where we have more time. But I'm going to go in with this really pretty color from the Color Icon palette. And I'm going to go in with a smaller brush, an e.l.f. crease brush with this one, because I want to be a little bit more precise. This has that beautiful like purpley red. So stinking pretty. And we're just going to go and kind of like dab it right here and kind of blend at the same time. This is the only brush I used to use a long time ago. I did everything with this brush. Well, not this exact one, but you know what I mean? Like when I started off, this is like the only brush I use because it works so well. So, so good. Look at that. So stinking pretty. I'm just taking that peachy shade right here. I want to go over any harsh lines. And then I'm going to go back with the crease brush and go over that. Like this color is, it's not creamy. Like they're not super creamy, but they're so pretty. Like, look at that. You see it underneath? Ooh, it's so, so pretty. All right, you guys, I'm going to do the other eye, and then we're going to finish up. I will be right back. So I finished up that eye look. All I did for the lower lash line was I put some of this light pink from the Blooming palette, and then all I added was the purpley mauve color right to the edge, and then I blended it out. So I'm going to tell you something. While I was concentrating and really working on this quick and easy look, the palettes, I'm going to tell you, this is not my favorite, unfortunately. So I'm going to give you reasons why. It's a very pretty palette, but it takes a lot to build up. Some people like that. Me, I like a lot of pigment, but I don't mind building it up. But they're not as creamy as, like, as you can see, it's not the greatest color payoff either. Even when I push my finger down in there, that one's not bad. That one was okay. But even this like shimmery shade, that is very rough. And that's how light it is with me putting a lot of pressure. And of course, this is a loose glitter. Am I telling you to not get it? No, if you want to give it a try, if you want to see the colors like this and are, you know, ready for some loose glitter that's going to get everywhere, go try it. It's like $4 or $5. It's pretty. Do I say run out and get it? You need it? No. These on the other hand are really pretty. This you can get several different looks out of. And these actually have really nice, they're not as creamy as some shadows, but the pigment is beautiful. Look at that. So stinking pretty. Let me show you this brown. Like, these are much softer than the Bloomin palette. So this blends super nicely. And then the Color Icon palettes, as you guys can see, this one is super, super pigmented as well. Very pretty. Blends pretty nicely. You know, it's not going to be like high end, but for the price, the Color Icon ones and this one are better than this one, unfortunately. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't want you wasting money if you don't really think, you know, you're not going to be able to get that many looks out of it, and it's pretty chalky. So as you can see, we went from the Bloomin palette to the others, and the Bloomin palette is lacking as much pigment as the others. But it is a cute palette and cute theme. I will still try to work with this to see if I can get it, you know, if it'll work after I, like, got it, you know, dig in a little bit. Sometimes there's, like, a top layer where it's not as good as the bottom. But I will keep you guys updated. But so far, that's my thoughts on this, okay? I'm trying to be honest with you guys. So, the next, we're going to be trying the Big Papa Mascara. Super excited. This has crimped bristles, 500 fibers. I got it in the shade Blackest Black, so I'm super excited. This is supposed to give volume maximizing, outrageous length, thickness in one coat. So we're going to give this baby a try. That is what it looks like. I never tried this before. This is an interesting, it's kind of cute. It doesn't look like a super wet formula. That's what the wand looks like. Ooh, get off there, buddy. And let's see how it goes. One coat, they say. So we're going to do the upper lashes. I hope this is better than my experience than yesterday. Oh my gosh. Did you guys watch that video yet? I did not have a good experience with mascara. Trying a new mascara yesterday. I'm so sad. Ooh, okay. Definitely helps lengthen. It doesn't make them super thick. I kind of like my lashes a little bit thicker, not clumpy, but thicker. But it's not making my lashes super spidery. It's not making them super clumpy at the root, which is nice. Like, not like the problem I had yesterday. Oh my God, are you serious? Look at that. Ooh, I'm liking this so far. So good. I'm going to let those dry, and then we're going to continue. And then I'll show you the final look way at the end. But so far, so good. All right, you guys. So I was going to do this white liner. It's just their Wet n Wild on edge long wearing eye pencil into my Yang. But it's not going to go with this look, I don't think. But we'll go. Okay. All right, for like $1, that's pretty darn good. It's not, like I said, super creamy. It's not super pigmented. You have to kind of go back and forth. But for $1, can't go wrong, I say. All right, we are on the final steps. Let us do our highlight. I'm so excited. I got this from Dollar General on clearance. That's not saying it's a bad one. This is one of the most popular ones. This is their Golden Flower Crown Highlights. I'm just using this Complex Culture brush. Wait till you see these highlights. Wait. Like, what? And I tapped it off. Watch if I don't tap it off. Look at how pretty. This one has a little bit gold, so it's not like icy highlight, but it's still so beautiful and golden. If you want more of like an icy highlight, they do have these as well. Wet n Wild kills it with their highlighters. I love that. Of course, I would blend that out because I look crazy and insane. I just use a ColourPop Duo Fiber. And then I just blend it out so it doesn't look so harsh. I highly recommend trying Wet n Wild highlights. This is for sure. Absolutely. Whatever shade you want, go try them. They're absolutely amazing. All right. We came to our final part, you guys. Well, 2 final products. We're doing lip liner, lip product, and then the last of the Bloomin Collection, and we're good. So I'm going to use this color since I got the Wet n Wild Cloud Pout Marshmallow Mousses. I got 2 different shades of that. I got... Gosh, it's so small. Pour Some Sugar on Me, which is this really pretty color right here. And then we have Girl You're Whipped. So let me show you some swatches, because let's see which one will be better. Now these are supposed to be like moussey. Look at how pretty that is. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Now that one is, wow, you really have to like push the lid down. Girl, you're whipped. That's what that one is. It smells so sweet. Oh my gosh, like fruit, Lucky Charms marshmallows. That's what it smells like. Oh my gosh. And this one is Pour Some Sugar on Me. They're both so stinking pretty. But I'm going to go with the other one because I have that little bit darkness in the eyes. So I'm going to put this to the side. I'm excited. I've never tried these before, but I like that it's like a moussey consistency. Super pretty. It is opaque, which is great. These are like $3, $4 depending where you go. So let's get a lip liner. I'm just going to use their gel lip liner in the shade Think Flamingos. And it just looks just like this. It is a retractable, so you don't have to sharpen it. And these are so good. If you have not tried other lip liners, they're Wet n Wild lip liners. So good. Really easy to apply. They come in so many colors. I also have like red, sandy nude, so many different kinds. I love those lip liners. But let's get to the main star of the shows. The doe foot looks like this, a little slanted. This is perfect to get right around your Cupid's bow. It's a very pretty color. The only thing that I'm worried about is the way it feels on my lips. It's like it's gonna go everywhere. It's gonna smear everywhere. It is a mousse marshmallow-like consistency. It is very pretty. I don't know if I like this yet. I'm not going to give you my thoughts yet because I have to see in action how it's going to wear and all that. It is very pretty. It is very pigmented. You do have to keep dipping back into the container to get more product because the doe foot doesn't hold as much as you need. But I will definitely keep you updated. I will try these more and let you know. Then they did come out with a lip gloss for their Bloomin' collection. Look how beautiful this packaging is. It is so stinking pretty. And it's just a nice sheer gloss with some look at that shimmer. All right, now that I wiped that off, let's go in with this beautiful gloss. It is, they had one other shade, but it didn't look right for these looks, so. All right, so this is what it looks like. It is super, super beautiful and glittery and shimmery. If you like a lot of glitter, this is for you. You do have to keep dipping back in. As you can see, that I think that's a lot of Wet n Wild glosses. They don't get enough product on that doe foot. And I do like that it is the paddle instead of what the instead of some of those clumpy ones that people have, because it's easier to get into those nooks and crannies. But it doesn't feel sticky, but you can definitely feel the glitter in there. When you do that, you can definitely feel pieces of glitter. So if you're not a fan of this, that you wouldn't like this one. But last but not least, we are here, you guys. We are done with this full look of Wet n Wild. New stuff, old stuff. Let us finish off with the last part of the Bloomin' collection. This is their face mist, and it has a luminosity. If you don't want to be dewy, if you don't want to be luminous, do not get this, please. It has glitter luminosity through the whole thing, as you can see, like a swirl. So make sure you shake this really good. They said you could use this as a priming spray, but I wanted to see it as a setting. Okay, so I do like the mister. It definitely makes you very shiny, so a little will go a long way. Look at this. Woo! This will make you very dewy, as you can see. So a little bit less maybe next time for myself. I didn't know. But the smell, it smells like papaya or something, some tropical fruit. It has a very light smell of papaya or mango. It actually smells pretty good. It's a little bit stronger than usual, but it still smells pretty good. I like the mister on it. So I will definitely keep you guys updated. We'll see if it helps my makeup last. But this is it, you guys. Full face of Wet n Wild makeup. We finished. I know it was a long video. I appreciate you guys for being here. You guys mean the world to me. And we will definitely keep you updated on newer products, stuff like that. Next, I'm trying to get the new e.l.f. collection in the mail. So their new Cookies and Dream whole collection. I'm hoping to get that in the mail very, very soon. And I want to do a Flower Beauty live. I want to do a full face of LA Girl. I want to do a full face of the e.l.f. like I said, and a full face of PYT Beauty too. So we have a lot of brands. Let me know if there's any specific brands, products, anything like that that you want to learn about. Let me know. I want to know. But let me know what you guys think of this quick and easy look. What did you think of the products? Would you be interested in any of them? Let me know. And I think for some reason, since I put this lip gloss on, it's plumping. That's why my lips are a little burny. So this is a plumping lip gloss, you guys. I did not read that. That was my fault. So if you don't like plumpers, don't get this lip gloss. But alright, you guys, have a good night. Stay safe. Let me know what you want to see. I would appreciate it. And please like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Join our little friendship on here. I would love to get to know you. So stay safe. I'll see you very, very soon.